Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend.
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
Oh yeah, where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us, of course.
Absolutely. And we've got Tyrus checking in already. Clearly, he's on a layover, and so he's wanting us to get straight into content, I guess.
All right.
Sorry, not going to shorten that intro.
Yeah.
It's not an intro, it's a countdown. And
Yeah.
it's, to make sure everybody knows we're coming. We'll be here.
We'll be here.
Yeah, so I see you're already partaking.
Yeah.
Before I get into my drink, just as a quick reminder, this is a live and interactive broadcast. Today is 2/22/23.
Mm.
Ah, yeah. And it is 8:03 p.m. Pacific, left coast, west coast.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we're here to have a good time, to have some fun conversation about different topics. And James, what are you drinking tonight?
So actually, I am drinking a what is this? Cedric's Red Ale with Guinness. So not a black and tan, but maybe like a black and red or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
I
pretty good.
myself am going to be trying out a new one.
Oh,
Come on.
I can't. Yeah, it's anytime you do that, it's always so
Yeah.
weird.
So it's by Mammoth Brewing Company out of Mammoth Lakes, California.
Okay.
It's called the Double Nut Brown.
All right.
It is a World Beer Cup gold medal winning brown porter, 5.5% alcohol by volume. This is a pint. And yeah, they seem to advertise this as something to drink while out skiing.
All right.
I'm a Sonny Bono this.
Oh,
Bro, that was a long time ago.
Watch out
Ooh.
for that tree.
Woo. Woo.
Oh, good or bad? Whew. Hit you right in the mouth.
Yeah, I get the mouth feels with a quickness.
Yeah.
It's robust. I will say that.
What is it? Peanut or is it like?
Let's see how they describe it. Our award-winning brown porter is rich with smooth aromas and flavors of chocolate, coffee, and a little toffee nutty character.
Hmm.
Though no nuts were involved in the making of this beer,
Oh,
its
okay.
deep ruby brown color and full body truly blend the best traits of both the porter and brown ale styles. Lightly sweet with a dry, roasty finish, this beer is high in malt character with low hop flavor and bitterness. Double Nut Brown won the gold medal in the brown porter category. Yes, except those are gone.
Yeah, hit him where his tonsils used to be.
Yeah, well, this is actually the first alcoholic beverage I'm having since my surgery.
Oh, there you go. Welcome back.
So the hops that are in this are Nugget and Tettinger.
Nugget.
Yeah, so it's good. It kind of like slaps you right in the tonsils, I guess. We've got our damn Brian checking in. Welcome to the show. Good to hear you, see you, whatever, read you, I suppose. So yeah, a lot of stuff has been going on that I haven't had the opportunity to talk about because of having my tonsils taken out.
Yes.
So I got solar installed,
Right.
and we talked about that, and I was waiting for inspections to happen before I could actually use it.
Right.
I'm finally using it.
Nice.
So up until today, we finally were able to turn it on last week.
Right.
Matt Murray checking in. How goes it?
Good. How goes it with you, sir?
So finally, last Wednesday, we turned it on, and since then we had not used a single drop of what they call the grid power. Everything had been 100% solar, and then getting stored into the power wall, and then throughout the night using the power walls.
Nice.
Until last night. So last night going into today, it snowed.
Oh.
Yesterday, it was overcast the majority of the day, so I was never able to get my power walls fully charged up.
Oh, wait. So does it? Oh, so it doesn't even take ambient light? Like I thought, like with the solar panels, it takes like some of the because I know when it's overcast, like when they say, like for example, when we were in California, if it was overcast and you went to the beach, they said still wear sunscreen because you can get sunburn.
I mean, yeah, so it's still generating a certain amount, but I'll put it to you this way. The last week, it hasn't been super sunny, but I was accumulating around, let's say, 5 to 7 what they call kilowatt hours per hour.
Yeah.
That was either being used towards powering my house or going into the power walls.
Right.
So then at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, now I'm 100% using the energy stored in the power walls.
Okay.
Well, yesterday, the most I was getting from solar was maybe 2 kilowatts per hour.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And part of that is going to power my house. So
Right.
I wasn't able to store as much into the power walls.
Right.
So unfortunately, going into late last night, early this morning, we started having to use power from the grid. But I mean, when it's not snowing, it's fine. Unfortunately, it didn't snow today, and it's not supposed to snow tomorrow, but evidently we're going to have a huge storm Thursday night into Friday.
Power up, Wall, power up.
Yeah, so it's definitely interesting. It's fun to look at my phone and go to the app and see, for example, I can look right now and tell you that I am currently using 1.1 kilowatts per hour in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, no solar.
Right.
And my power wall has 70% energy still in it, and I'm 100% using the power wall right now.
Okay.
So, but if that gets down below 30%, that's when it starts drawing from the grid.
Yeah, it's been super windy. The past yesterday, going into this morning, last night, it was overcast as hell. I don't even know if it was actually overcast or if it was just dust being picked up because it was hazy as hell last night. And then it started raining all of a sudden. I was home already, but then it started raining and it dumped real quick and then disappeared. But weather's been weird. Weather's been a little bit weird.
Yeah, I did not know that this huge snowstorm was supposed to hit until today. My wife messaged me, "Hey, we're supposed to get anywhere between 4 and 10 inches."
Sheesh.
Yeah, that'll be the largest snowfall that quickly since I moved back to Reno for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It could be fun.
Amen.
But yeah, so I guess it's super windy in the Bay Area too.
Oh,
so
all right.
I think I would rather deal with it being windy in the Bay Area than windy in Vegas.
Wind in Vegas hurts a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just picks up. There's a lot of loose gravel and stuff all over the place. So that picks up and it'll hit you. It'll get you. I remember when I was walking to my car, because we have a shuttle that takes us. We have to we leave the terminal, get on a shuttle, and then it takes us to the parking lot. If I didn't explain that, I'll explain later. Anyways, but when I got off the shuttle, I was walking to my car, and it was I had to turn my head because it was just hitting me. It was no, oh my eyes. But
Jenny calls out the wind in Washoe Valley, which that is crazy. In that area, you can see semi trucks getting toppled over.
That's why they used to have signs they need to stay to the right, I think it was.
Oh, there are times where they're not even allowed to drive down there.
Yeah, there's been time. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember those times too. When you're coming back from Reno back to Dayton, back to Carson City. That was you'd see them all pulled off on the side road because they couldn't actually drive on it. Yeah, because that wind would come through there. I mean, my car got moved some, So
I mean, it will literally whip through there in the 70, 80, 90 mile an hour range. Like
I've seen, and like I haven't. No, I did see one toppled over one time. I didn't. That looked scary. Um, but yeah, I saw a couple of them when the wind would hit it, and you would see it like rock back and forth. I was like, nope, and like I kind of step on the gas to get ahead of them. Yeah, I was. I was like, nope, not going to be stuck behind this just in case.
yeah, absolutely not. So yeah, I'll be happy when we get past winter into spring, because I'm kind of over the snow. It's been a really snowy season this year in northern Nevada. I don't think it's the most since I moved up here, but it's probably the second most.
I mean, the peaks out here have been pretty snowy.
Have you gone on a trip to the mountains at all? To
Why? I don't do any of that stuff.
I don't know.
I mean,
Something different.
yeah, I mean, at some point, I guess I should, but yeah, no. Actually, I heard summertime really up there is actually really nice. It's actually cooler than, of course, it's cooler than down here, but yeah, I heard summer is actually quite nice up at like the Mount Charleston and stuff. So I might have to take a trip up there at some point and do that.
So on our last episode, we kind of teased something a little bit, and I had been reached out to and fully pitched on a concept from our parent company, and it seemed like they hadn't fully pitched it to you, just had told you, hey, something's coming.
Yeah, no, we talked, and I'm in. So it's going to be educational. It's going to be there's a chance some people could find it controversial.
Oh, for sure. I don't think there's a chance. I think
some people, yeah, obviously some people will. But if we're involved, it's gonna be fun.
And entertaining.
Entertaining at the most, yeah.
Do you mean 97 to now? Oh gosh, darn it.
And we haven't done that in a minute, so that's okay.
So 97 to now is our parent company. Yes, they own Fat and Black Connection. We report to them. So they also own Murphy's Inc. and yeah. So, but ultimately, they've got another concept that they want to do, and
like when we were talking about it, I was like, yo, it actually sounds kind of good because some of the stuff we're going to talk about is stuff that, I think we know about, but don't know about.
I think that was one of my biggest fears in doing it is you're not the best at doing show prep.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that can change through this.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, it has to, because like there's just stuff like some of the stuff that we'll be talking about on there. It's like stuff that I'm not 100% familiar with. Like I said, like I know it, but I don't know it.
Yeah, I don't think you can just show up and talk like this show.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
So yeah, that's coming in the near future. What else is going on? What else we got going on? We've got a cruise coming up. Do you know how long it is until we fly to Seattle?
It's like a month, ain't it?
It is less than 50 days.
Oh, never mind. It's not a month. It's more, like a month and a half.
Yeah, it is. Hold on. I'm pulling up the Norwegian Cruise Line app right now, and I'm sure Brian is about to tune out.
Don't tune out, Brian. We're not really talking about it. We're just saying that we have it coming up.
Yes. So our cruise departs in 52 days, and
Yes.
we get into Seattle 2 days before that. So 50 days.
Okay.
50 days.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, Bitter Brian with the snore. We should get him a bitter beer so we can have that bitter beer face.
Oh, bitter beer, bitter batter.
We've got Disneyland coming up later this year.
Yes, sir.
What else? What else we got going on?
I might end up going on another cruise later this year, depending on with family.
Really?
Yeah. So
anything you want to?
Oh no, it's just like with my grandmother passing. My cousin Gabby had an idea about doing a cruise around my grandmother's birthday. So this will be the first one without her. This would have been her 93rd birthday coming up. And so she was thinking, if we can find something that has a good deal.
And when is that?
That would be September. That would be in September. So it's not like set yet, but it's an idea. And I mean, I was like, hey, you find out, do it. Let's do it. I'm down.
Yes. And of course, we've got Matt jumping the gun because guess what, Matt? Our first topic for tonight.
Yes, sir.
So before we jump into talking about
course.
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
here we go.
Quantumania, we need to fully put out there. Spoilers are coming.
We need to make that. We need to make that spoiler alert. Just yeah, just spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
So we're probably going to talk about Quantumania for about 10 minutes. And so I would suggest if you haven't seen the film and you plan to see the film, maybe step away. Put it on mute. As soon as you see that this Quantumania image is gone, it's probably safe to come back.
Yeah. But until then, we're going to talk about it.
So just give me and ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are still here, spoilers, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What is your first, just initial thoughts on the film? This is the start of Phase 5.
Yes.
What did you think?
It's a good film. People who have asked me about it so far, I've said it's a good movie. It does drag a little bit in the middle, like about second act of the film. It drags a little bit. But then it picks up again from that point on till the end. And overall, good movie. This is a good way to start. As usual with MCU films, make sure that you stay. I will let everybody know, if you are still here, if you haven't seen it, there are 2 post-credit scenes. So make sure you stay. Because that's going to be...
And one of them, it directly ties clearly to the MCU, like bigger picture moving forward.
Right.
And the other clearly ties directly into Loki season 2.
Right.
Which
is coming.
So, Matt says to see it in 3D.
Yes.
I did not. I know you did.
I saw it in 3D, but actually so here's the thing. I actually might go see it again in XD. The only reason is because when I saw it, I was like, because I've seen the last few movies that I've seen have been like the XD, crisper picture, things like that. And this one for me, I was like, yikes. But like I said, overall, good movie. I really enjoyed seeing what there's this whole other world inside inside this quantum realm, which is crazy.
And Jenny does say that the second post-credit scene, so the Loki season 2 scene, is the best part of the film. And unfortunately, I do have to agree that I think, because I didn't love the film. I thought it was good. I think it was the best Ant-Man and Wasp film so far, or best Ant-Man, I should say, because the first one was just Ant-Man.
Right.
I enjoyed the first 2, but I think this one just had the better overall story. And honestly, the biggest reason why is because of Jonathan Majors.
Oh no, I could definitely understand that. What I'm saying is like I mean like we always talk before the show, and I was saying that I liked Ant-Man and Wasp,
Mhm.
but no, this is definitely good.
I
And
guess I'll put it to you this
Jonathan
way.
Majors absolutely helped this film
Oh, the acting was
phenomenal.
atrocious in this film,
Oh, I mean,
aside from him.
I liked him. I mean, like
Bill Murray was good.
everybody else was. I mean, like, yeah, it was a little. There was almost some forced stuff between everybody else, but like, I liked these new characters that we kind of got introduced to down in the quantum realm. I hope we get to see some of
I'll
them
agree with
again.
that. I think some of the new characters we got introduced to were actually more entertaining to me than Michelle Pfeiffer, Michael Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas was kind of dry in this one.
Michelle Pfeiffer was not good.
Yeah,
I was super disappointed with Evangeline Lilly. Paul Rudd even wasn't as good as he has been. I think they were trying to push the overbearing father character way too much, which he never was in the first two films. He was a fun father.
Well, I think it was because I think it was that this was that they were playing with that concept of the time and the time that he had missed since he had been gone for like 5 years. He didn't
And
get
I
to see her
get
grow up. I
that,
think that's
but the Ant-Man concept move of the movies they've done previously is that when you go to see an Ant-Man film, you're expecting there to be some comedy.
yeah.
And this was a very serious Ant-Man film. Like there was little bits of comedy, but compared to 1 and 2,
I will
not
say
much.
I did miss what's his name's character. Uh what's the Hispanic guy's name? That was
I know you were wanting to say John Leguizamo, and it's
No,
not.
it's not John Leguizamo. I know it's not John Leguizamo. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was like the best parts of 1 and 2 for me. Like, 'cause
Yeah,
just
him not being in this at all is disappointing.
yeah, I was a little disappointed in that. I'm not gonna lie.
And Matt points out something that I'm going to say is my biggest disappointment with this film. So Matt, I was wondering when MODOK was going to get introduced. This is the biggest waste of a really good Marvel villain to me. To bring him in, introduce him, and kill him off in the same film, to me, was an absolute waste of MODOK.
Well, so the thing is that it doesn't. That's not just. I don't think. Yes, okay, I will agree with you in that standpoint, but I also think that
I don't care if you
um,
do. Matt agrees with me.
yeah, MODOK. I feel like there's you can create other MODOKs. Like I don't know. I just feel like
Sure, there's the multiverse, so they could bring him in somehow other way, of course.
but
But I just feel like it was a waste, especially when they really used that first film to set up the
yeah,
backstory. Like that was
yeah,
a
they did.
stretch, and
That was a super stretch.
and they've said all along that when
It
they
worked.
had that happen in the first film, that wasn't planned for this.
No, I'm saying, but it actually absolutely worked towards what they were trying to do, and I get it. And it made sense. It was just weird seeing is like they should have just kept that. I mean, I understand why they took the kind of mask thing off of him, but I was like, ugh, and put that thing back on because you look horrible.
Yeah, going back to what you were saying about the world, if you will, beneath our world, right, in the quantum realm. I think it's interesting conceptually because they were talking about it as the Earth underneath, and I think the quantum realm is not necessarily earthbound.
No.
And so that's where it gets a little bit even more exciting. I expect we're probably going to be coming back to the quantum realm because otherwise, why would we introduce all of these characters?
That and also I think the fact that I really liked the fact that it was you couldn't understand them. There was no understanding of these characters until you drank that goo or red juice or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because that made it a little bit more like, oh, okay, got you. Like, because it's always one of those things in the first in the original trilogy of Star Wars, there was characters you couldn't understand. They spoke different, but like and then like you go to episodes 1 through 3, and it's like all these aliens are speaking perfect English. It's like, what? And so it was something nice to see, like, okay, we can't understand them, and then now it's we understand what they're saying.
So a lot of the reviews that have come out have said that the Marvel universe has finally made its first Star Wars film, and I would tend to agree with that. Does draw heavy inspiration from Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
With some of that, you have the cantina scene. You have basically Darth Vader in Jonathan Majors' Kang leading drones, if you will, that all are dressed the same, look the same, stormtroopers. He's trying to take over the universe. So it's very much, it really is kind of in line with a Star Wars film.
Yeah, I mean, but they own LucasArts, so it's not.
I mean, even if they didn't,
Lucasfilms, I mean, that's it. Star Wars is one of those things a lot of people always draw from due to the fact that it's one of the biggest sci-fi franchises out there, and actually the Star Wars franchise is nothing new as far as like hero arcs and stuff like that.
I mean, Harry Potter clearly drew directly from Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, there, like they say, there's no new concepts. But Marvel's definitely done a great job at taking old things and making them new,
them their own.
Yeah, and changing them to what they to suit a purpose. And so there's definitely a reason why they did this. And so, like I said, this is going to be one of those films. If you're an MCU fan like we are, you will see it. Clearly, we've seen it.
And I do think you need to see it in the theater. I think it was
made at home. That. Yeah. You're at home. It'll be fine at home, but it's just there's a quality of it that needs to be seen in theaters. There's this definitely is like, if you are a casual MCU, wait for it, I guess. But I'm telling you, like, this is definitely, this is one of those things that it's important. MCU doesn't do anything by accident.
No.
Nothing is done by accident. This is all planned out. This is all everything has a purpose. From WandaVision, which was just kind of a fun concept that changed through times, but it served a purpose. When we got to Multiverse of Madness, you had you've had Loki, which is absolutely serving its purpose. Coming, it's gonna, more of that'll be fleshed out. You have What If? I mean, that came to full fruition in Multiverse of Madness. So there's, and even that one, I didn't even think What If was going to be connected because it's animated, and it most definitely was. So this is going to be one of those things where, especially in the near future, everything, you need to watch all the TV shows, you need to watch all the movies, you need to watch everything to get the full picture. And they're doing an amazing job at wrapping it all together.
Agreed. So overall, I would say go watch this. If you're an MCU fan, if you're casual, like James said, you can wait for it to come on Disney Plus. But I think
you'll miss something though.
Yeah, I think this is really a good theatrical movie film.
Yeah.
There have been some of the other ones that maybe you didn't need to see in the theater, and that would be fine. This is one where it's like, yeah, you probably need to see this in the theater.
And like I said, I mean, and if you don't have to see it in 3D, but I think this is one of those films where it's not just like a couple scenes that are made for 3D. Like the film was made for 3D. Was like the different layers and different levels and everything like that to kind of get the immenseness of it all. But yeah.
But yes, stay through the credits. And this is a shorter Marvel film, clocking in just over 2 hours, and
Yeah.
I think it's 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
of course, you can get there a little bit late due to the fact that the movies don't actually start on time anymore. It's so irritating.
15, 20 minutes of commercials.
If I owned a theater, like I'd literally just put the time that the film actually starts.
I mean, I want to see trailers, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to sit through 20 minutes of
I don't need the M&M's commercial. I don't need the Coke commercial. I don't need the welcome to whatever theater I'm at, whole deal. Here your coming attractions types of. I mean, yeah, I want to see the trailers. Just get into it, bro. I just get into it. I don't need all the other stuff.
Whatever. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
So let's press on, and Matt agrees as well, hating 30 minutes of previews.
Yeah.
So let's press on. Let's talk about some upcoming stuff here in the near future. First up, Paint. Clearly, I think this is a parody of Bob Ross.
Yeah, like that's what I was like. I was like, wait. Like when I saw the trailer, I was expecting it almost to be like a Bob Ross biopic, and then it was like kind of I was like, oh, okay, cool. It was not. It's just kind of he probably took some inspiration from Bob Ross.
Oh, absolutely. And Brian says we talk more about Marvel than The Cruise. Well, I would say in general, yes, because there's more Marvel films and TV and. Anyways, Paint. It looks entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched an independent film channel movie, which is where this is at.
Yeah.
So
no, it's coming to theaters, right? Is it IVC? Is it what's that? Independent?
It said IFC Films, so I don't know if that means it's only going to be on independent film channel or.
No, I think this because they've had a couple movies that have actually gone to theaters. It's like this isn't the first one that's gone to theaters, but.
And Jenny's thinking Brian actually wants us to talk about The Cruise some more. So,
yeah.
Hold on. I guess I could pull up the webpage for NCL, and we
can do that later.
Okay. How about this one coming to Apple TV Plus?
This is what's irritating because
Tetris.
There's too many pluses out there in the world right now. And Apple Plus is just one of those that seems to be taking up stuff from other places.
Okay.
I really want to. I want to see this film.
I think so. I growing up had a Game Boy.
Yeah.
Tetris, of course, came with the Game Boy.
We played this on Nintendo. I played this on Nintendo like all day.
Oh, absolutely.
And the number
of Brian says we should start 97 and Now Plus, and I agree. We'll start the pay for streaming service. Eventually.
Oh man, yeah. No, I mean, and that was the thing. Like Tetris was so huge, which actually ended up spawning a whole bunch of other games like Dr. Mario and there was a game for the Super Scope that came out that was like you had to shoot the blocks to change the colors and stuff like that. And oh man, it was this literally changed video games for like.
Well, and the interesting thing is in this trailer, watching it, I had no clue the backstory of how the game came into being.
No, me neither.
And so I am, you know what?
Oh, juice, bro.
I really want to see this film.
Yeah.
I do not have an Apple TV Plus account, but this on its own makes me want to get it. I imagine they're going to do a limited release in the theaters just so that it can be nominated.
I kind of hope so, because that was what they did with the other the and I missed that one. So that was the Will Ferrell and
the Christmas film.
The Christmas film, yeah, I missed that one, but whatever.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I can find it in the theaters when it's there. Otherwise, I might have to get Apple TV Plus for like a month just so I can
watch it,
check this out.
Yeah.
And there's other stuff that I will check out at that point.
Oh yeah.
But I don't feel that they have enough where it's worth me just getting a subscription or whatever.
That's what I'm saying. There's a couple movies that I really want to see. Like Justin Timberlake has a new film on there. Well, it's not a new film. It's like about a year old now that I wanted to see, but it's on Apple Plus. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not. It's too many subscriptions, bro. Give me a new bundle. Give me something. Give me some crazy bundle with Apple Plus and something else and something else.
So we've got our first movie poster for another upcoming Marvel film, Brian, called The Marvels.
Yes. What is that? What's the tagline?
Higher, further, faster, together.
Sounds a lot like the WWE opening.
So we've got Monica Rambeau, Spectrum.
Yes.
We've got Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. And we've got Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
Yes.
The other thing that a lot of people, I guess, missed out on when this poster was released just a couple days ago.
Yeah, because I didn't even know about this poster.
The date on here of November 10th is actually a pushback. This film was originally supposed to release in July.
Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah, like I didn't even realize that until you said something right now.
Yeah.
I thought that was because I know this. So the Marvels and Quantumania actually switched places. So I'm wondering, there has to be a reason, of course, behind it. There's always a reason behind it. But I think it was smart for them to put Quantumania now, because I have a feeling that the Marvels actually connects it a different way. So
I don't know. But going back to what we were talking about with Apple TV, both Matt and Brian agree that we must get Apple Plus to watch Ted Lasso, which
I hear that's a really good show. But again, now is it okay? I have to ask you guys, do you have to be a fan of soccer to enjoy it, or is it a good show on its own?
I mean, did you have to be a fan of paper to enjoy The Office?
What?
It's about a paper company, right? Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah, but
so
I don't know. It's just because I know a lot of it has to do with, he's a coach of a football team. So,
and Brian says no. So,
all right.
Again, having not watched it, I could not tell you. It is something that I've heard a lot about, and I'm not against watching. It's just I am not necessarily interested in paying for Apple TV Plus for that. It's a great show on its own.
That's a free trial thing.
Yeah.
Free trial.
It's hard because I get Paramount Plus included with a subscription that we have for something else.
Okay.
I get HBO Max through Verizon. I have Disney Plus because why wouldn't I? So it's like, I have Peacock through other means, and it's just, there are only so many subscriptions you can get, especially if you're going to have, like, some people have cable too, and it's like, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine paying, $100 a month for cable and having all of these other services.
Yeah, no, like the thing is like I just got like 6 months of Discovery Plus free. And the only reason I even got it was because there was a episode of a show that I did years ago that I never got to see because I didn't have investigation. I didn't have investigation Discovery. I just had regular Discovery Channel. And so I was actually able to watch it on there, which was cool. Yeah. If you're wondering, and it's called Sex Sent Me to the Slammer, and it's an episode called The Elevator. I play a security guard. So yeah.
And how much screen time do you have?
I actually have a good little amount of screen time on there.
Any lines?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like lines, but it was like they said, come up with something for this. And I was like, okay. And so I did. And actually, the end scene of the thing, is they didn't use any of the lines, but they showed the motions, because I remember when we were shooting that, the camera guy, he was like, so I was facing two, like, I guess they were detectives, and I was facing them, and the camera guy is on my right, and he's standing up on this like one of those, kind of those booths they have in malls, just kind of the kiosk they have in malls. He was kind of standing on one of those to film this scene. And there, at one point, he was like, after the scene was done, they said cut, and he was like, "Bro, you can't do that," like, because he was literally, I could see him in the corner of my eye. He's visibly shaking, trying to hold his position, but also trying not to laugh, because like what I was just saying, like I just got outrageous. When you don't give me lines and you let me do whatever you want, you just say do whatever, like you just given me open reign to get, like, not super outlandish. I kept it within, but just what I was saying and doing was a little over the top.
I don't know, man. We do this show every week, and it's open forum for you, and you're not that entertaining.
That's true. But
so let's press on with some more content. So I want to talk about something that was announced last week, maybe the week before, that I posted about on the page, and I am like super interested in seeing this thing in reality. This is a cube called the Macabre that is going to be built in Saudi Arabia. And this thing is like massive. It's 400 meters by 400 meters by 400 meters. And for those of you that don't know, that's about a quarter mile.
Yeah, it was like metric system. We don't learn that in the US.
So here it's showing the dimensions, right? And it's going to show you that it can hold 20 Empire State Buildings inside.
This so big.
So,
and then like the thing they said 360 degree experience, like, bro, that is insanity. Holograms and stuff, come on, the future's here, people.
Yeah, and this thing is going to get built theoretically. I mean, Saudi Arabia is probably the wealthiest country in the world. It's interesting because you have your list of billionaires that comes out every year.
Most of them are there.
No. This doesn't even include like the Saudi Arabia, like royal family, because they are probably trillionaires.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're just talking about billionaires. Yeah.
Yeah, they are probably the richest people in the world because of that oil.
Yeah.
And Brian says, amazing what they can do when there's no building codes and you have basically slave labor.
Wow.
I don't know about all that. I can't speak to that. I don't know. I don't know their.
I don't know about that.
I will tell you, interesting that he mentions the slave labor part, because here in Nevada, there's actually, for those of you that don't know, we have what's called legislative session once every 2 years. And during that time is when new laws can get created and try to be passed, things of that nature. And one of the laws that has been on the books for decades is that the state is allowed to basically take incarcerated individuals and have them as forced labor. It doesn't really happen. That's not really something that's currently still happening, but they could. And so they're finally trying to, in this legislative cycle, get that changed to where it removes the ability for, in essence, slave labor.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, people. But no, you know what actually this reminds me of too? I mean, this is on of course, a much bigger scale, but this has a lot of what we talked about a couple weeks ago. Actually, Tyrus and I talked about, but you posted about the cube, or the cube, the MSG Sphere that is located right here in beautiful Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
That will be kind of this immersive, not this immersive apparently, but it's supposed to be like this immersive concert venue, other event venue. The outside is going to have some is going to be apparently a sight to behold unto itself. So
well, and I don't know if you caught it, but at the Super Bowl, the first trailer involving the Sphere happened. U2.
no, I know U2's supposed to have they're going to be the first ones doing their.
They had
concert
They had a short little commercial at during the Super Bowl.
Oh, I must have missed that one. Okay, cool.
And
I'm not a U2 fan whatsoever, so it doesn't really matter.
And so Matt says geometry in action, people, and it's interesting.
He's super excited as a math teacher,
right? Well, and so we are, of course, talking about the cube that's coming to Saudi Arabia. But the other thing that's coming to Saudi Arabia is the line, which
sorry, the what?
The line.
The line.
And these are not images of the line.
Yeah.
But so the line is going to be conceptually a city that's 500 meters tall, so just over a quarter mile tall, and 140 kilometers in length. Oh, I'm sorry, 170 kilometers in length, or roughly 105 miles.
In a line.
In a line across Saudi Arabia.
Huh. Interesting.
So you've got the cube, the sphere, and the line.
Oh man, Matt is about to lose his mathematical mind out here.
Right? It's an interesting time for architecture.
Yeah. Architects and math teachers alike. Oh my God!
Yeah, we'll see Matt heading to Saudi Arabia with like his protractor and his right angle and.
Excuse me, this wall is not.
This is not perpendicular.
Yeah, this what's that called? Dodecahedron. I'm juiced, bro. Matt needs to get the shirt. Get the shirt, Matt.
Absolutely. So this next topic will likely be controversial to some, but I don't care because I will tell you, we talked about this when trailers first started coming out and everything.
Yeah.
And I got this video game for release. I got it 3 days early actually because I pre-ordered and everything. And the game, of course, is Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
By Portkey Games and Avalanche. The last game that they made was Cars 3, the racing game.
Oh.
And prior to that, they also did Disney Infinity, if you remember that game.
Oh, yeah. I still have those. I haven't actually, yeah.
I actually, right here within my reach, have my Infinity pad.
Yeah.
So this game, it's an open world game,
mm-hmm.
and we enjoy the Assassin's Creed series, which is open world.
Right.
And Tyrus wants to know, what's the big hype about it? Why are some folks hating on it? Well, some folks are hating on it purely because of the fact that it takes place in the Wizarding world, which some people perceive, because it was written by J.K. Rowling, that
it's transphobic.
Yes.
It's
so
just because in the world, people. It doesn't mean she was involved. I mean, she's probably getting some money off of it because it's Hogwarts.
She's getting money from this, but she had no involvement,
in the
making development of the game. And so
idiots.
If you don't want to play it,
don't play it.
Yeah, don't play it. But
you don't have to. Like, stop. Like, if other people want to play it, let other people let other people just be other people. Like, if they want to be whatever, if they want to think they're like some wizard somewhere, cool. Let them think there's some wizard somewhere, bro. Like, bro.
And that's kind of the whole.
It's escapism. This world. I was gonna say it sucks. It doesn't suck, but I mean, there's parts of it that you just want to escape from. So therefore, like, if we want to escape into some magical world with flying beasts and you know, spells and stuff like that, let them be. Like, get off of it, man.
Yeah. So I'm not going to get into the politics because I could go on for a while about that. But purely talking about the game as a video game, this is probably the best video game I have played since Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
That's saying something.
And honestly, it's almost better than Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wow, you bite
this-
your tongue, sir. Just kidding. You can
I know,
finish.
right? It's so
But-
this is one of the most immersive games. Like, I have sat there, and my wife can attest to this. I have sat there and played this game for multiple hours straight, and I don't necessarily want to stop.
Right. Question. The creating. I heard you create your own character to start,
This is true.
and so you can like customize the character and all that kind of stuff. When now because
And for the people speaking to the transfect, you can choose to be a witch or a wizard, and you can make them look however you want. So you could choose to be a witch and look fully like a man. You could choose to be a wizard and fully look like a woman. You can do whatever you want. They don't identify you as he, her at any point in the game.
yeah. So shut up. Like yeah, I remember like I think somebody posted something.
There is actually a character in the game that is clearly made out to be a trans type character that they reference. You know, when I was at Hogwarts, if they saw me now, they'd be surprised to find out I'm a witch. So like clearly, you know, there's
so they're trying to be inclusive. But that's fine. I don't care about that. All I want, especially when I'm playing a video game, I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be a good game. That's what I'm looking for. I don't care about what you know, like what you think of what should be going on in it. Like, get off of it, bro. But yeah, this is like I've had my eye on this because you know, like now you're telling me to play it. I'm like, you know, I might have to actually get on this.
so this is the map size. So as you can see down here, this shows the map of Assassin's Creed Unity, which was approximately 2.4 kilometers squared. Hogwarts Legacy is just over 21 kilometers squared, if you think of it that way. This map is absolutely huge. If you were to try and walk from this very North Ford Bog all the way down to the Clagmar coast, it would take well over, I would say, 30 minutes. Now, there are other modes of transportation. There's the broom, of course. There are other animals you can fly on.
Yeah.
And there are also flume. If you remember from the films, there are multiple flume ports, if you will,
cool.
where you can teleport to different areas, so you don't have to. And part of that is an actual negative because you lose a bit of the immersiveness if you're doing a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a part of it where you should probably end up having to go through some of that. Well, that's one thing. In Assassin's Creed, there's like parts of the map if you have to go to in order to kind of unlock it to see what's kind of.
Well, and that's 100% correct here. You have to go to the different flume areas to unlock them.
Okay,
you can't.
That's good.
They're not just unlocked for you.
Right. So this looks like, and so this is all in kind of where like that because like again, I'm not super familiar with Harry Potter, but I've seen all the films, but other than that, I don't know where Hogwarts is.
So Hogwarts is on the map up here.
Okay, so this is the world in which, so like when they take the train, when they're taking the Hogwarts Express, like this is the train.
They take the train here into the South Hogwarts region. Yeah,
is traveling into this area. Like so this is like the world that is kind of outside the world, if you will. Like this is
the wizarding world. Yes,
wizarding. Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I mean, this is Hogwarts and Hogsmeade, and I'll put it to you this way: like, this map looks huge, right? But
Right.
like Hogwarts itself, when you're roaming around the
It's
campus,
probably just huge in its unto itself.
well, yeah, and these buildings are massive and have so many floors and staircases that you're going up and down. I mean, and I think one of my favorite parts of this game is purely the discovery part, like roaming around and finding things and finding new things that unlock as the game progresses.
Oh wow.
I will tell you, I have finished the main story. I still have some more side missions to unlock, and there's still a lot of things around the map for me to go find and whatnot. But main story wise, I've pretty much completed it. And the storyline is really true to one of the years, if you will, in any of the Harry Potter films. Because if you remember, each of the Harry Potter films take place over the course of a year generally.
Right.
And that's more or less what this game is it's events taking place over the course of a year in school.
Okay.
And it is a ton of fun. It is super immersive. It just this is the campus. And it looks this good. I mean, this game is clean. I fully, and here's the other thing: there are different outcomes based on what you choose to do throughout the game.
Oh.
So there are different ways you can play the game. You can choose to be this type of wizard or this type of wizard. There are some things that are everyone's going to have them happen to them,
Right.
but there are certain storylines where based on the choices you make can have different outcomes.
Whoa.
So
Okay.
I highly recommend getting this game. The only thing that I can say that is a negative to me right now is there are only so many. Did you find Gandalf? We've got our friend Rabid Fido, also known as Angel, checking in. Gandalf would be in the Lord of the Rings world, not.
Talk about Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, Lord, or is Gandalf? Is that Zelda? Or is Gandalf? No, Gandalf is Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, Gandalf is Lord of the Rings. I don't know anything. Was there a Gandalf in Zelda?
The main baddie. What's his name?
Oh, it's not Gandalf, I don't think.
It's something like that. Hold on, now I gotta look it up. Let's see. Ganondorf, that's right. Oh, and Ganon, yeah, the other form of Ganondorf. So anyways, no, I did not find Gandalf, sorry. And I didn't find Dumbledore either.
Yeah.
So this game, and that's something that's important to note because you didn't even know this. This game takes place well over 100 years before the events of Harry Potter. So this takes place in the late 1800s.
Yeah, which I was confused by because in the trailer I heard something like I heard Professor Weasley, which made me think like, oh, then clearly this is after the fact, and like I was thinking like either for some reason Ron, but I was thinking more along the lines of Hermione came back and became a teacher for some reason. But
yeah. No, the events of this game take place long before, and there are some tie-ins where events that happen in this game like make reference to the future or things that we find out in the Harry Potter films or even the Fantastic Beasts films, which that is one of the other aspects of this game that is so cool is there are so many different mechanics in this game. It's not just going around whipping your wand around and hitting people with spells. Like there are so many different things. Angel would like to know, is it true you can visit Mordor?
So dumb. So dumb.
Not in this one, unfortunately.
So dumb.
Yeah, because this game primarily takes place in and around Ireland area, where Mordor, I believe, is somewhere around New Zealand. So different parts of the world.
Different islands.
Yes, significantly. And I think, if I remember correctly, Mordor is in Middle Earth. So,
yeah.
But there's just so many different mechanics. There, you get potions, you have plants at your disposal that you can use.
And you have to learn that stuff, don't you? Like,
so then you go to classes and you have to learn how to do the spells you're going to do. You have to engage with your teachers and interact with them.
That's kind of cool.
There is so much that, again, I think it goes back to that phrase, immersive. You really can genuinely find yourself feeling like you are this character roaming the halls of Hogwarts, heading to Hogsmeade for a butterbeer, and flying around the coastline. Like, there's just so much.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
So if you haven't gotten it yet, I highly recommend it. If you have gotten it yet, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And there are so many things. Like, I'm at the point where now I'm going on to YouTube and like watching 10 things I wish I would have known before. And I'm like, oh no, I already knew that. Oh, I didn't know that. Hold up.
Yeah. Now do you choose your house, or does the Sorting Hat choose your house? Based on based on how you, I'm sure there's like, when you create your character, there's certain, you choose some probably characteristics, and so that helps.
That is true. And the other thing that goes along with that you have to remember is, just like in the first Harry Potter film, the hat was going to put him in Slytherin,
but he's like, not Slytherin. Yeah.
And so he put him in Gryffindor, right? And so there is a little bit of, you might have the ability to manipulate the system, if you will.
Okay. And if you don't know, now you know.
Indeed. So, yeah. Do you got anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Nah, man. I think we pretty much covered everything. I'm just, there's a lot of things. Listen, I'm just letting everybody know. I will say this much: 97 Now, big things coming this year. So just keep your head on swivel. Check this page, check the 97 Now page. Things will be coming. And they're going to be coming, not like super fast, but steady. And so I'm really excited for that.
Agreed. We and actually something that we can kind of announce here is that we finally were given the first rough draft of episode 1 for season 2 of Murphy's Inc.
That we were given.
So we're reviewing that, providing feedback and notes, and yeah, it's happening. Season 2 is coming.
Yeah.
And I'm already excited with what I'm seeing. So
yeah, no, it's like, yeah, that first script is already looking good. So,
well, and you've got a project that you directed that's coming in the pipeline too, that should be hitting us soon.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Like, you guys probably remember me talking about Murder by Garlic and how I was excited about doing that.
From the Jack R. Abbott files.
Yeah. And so I've been talking to the creator of said series, and he is actually sending me the other scripts. So that's something else we're going to be working on. So I'm excited to get a little bit more in this world, because when you hear when you hear Murder by Garlic, I guarantee you, I mean, I don't want to guarantee, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna get drawn into it. Like, the characters are a lot of fun. They're all kind of wacky, but overall it's a wonderful gang of characters, and so I'm really excited to do some more adventures with them.
I'm looking forward to it. I was involved with the recordings, and I was involved from a producer kind of standpoint, helping with casting and all of that. And I think it's going to be a fun one. I've been working on the music for the series. Maybe next week we can play some of the music.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. I'll be down for that. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just, so be on the lookout.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming. So
did you join the House of Targaryen? Come on, bro.
I'm just not giving him any more
can't.
Yeah, I can't with him.
Oh man. But no, hey, guys, thanks for joining us again this week. And we will be back next week with some new stuff. Well, some new stuff, and maybe give you some previews on some stuff, and we'll see what's up.
Absolutely. All right,
then.
Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.